All right, y'all, welcome back. We've got a special for you guys today, whenever you're watching this. D23 is a convention for all Disney lovers. All their content from Disney, they show it off at D23 in Anaheim, and we're actually filming this on Saturday. So if you get anything new coming out on Sunday, you know why we don't talk about it today. But we have special guests with us, JoJo from Whittier, California. What's up?
That Cali Kid Joe.
What's going on? You might have seen him at our other show. And then we have Daniel, as always.
I'm back.
Except for the last time. The last two times we were here. Imagine. So anyway, we're going to talk about just some news that came out from the mouse's mouth. And
Heard it from the rat hole.
Yeah.
His whole family's a rat.
Rat hole?
They would have grown to be rats.
The rat hole.
Rat hole.
We have a lot of news coming out from for Disney Plus. If you guys don't know it, Joe, if you want to talk about the Disney Plus plan coming out,
Please drop it on
us.
us.
Start off with that.
Yeah, so I believe that the basic plan for Disney Plus when it drops November 12th, just for Disney Plus, is gonna be $6.99, I believe.
Yeah, just for the basic.
And then they are gonna give a bundle because if the world doesn't know and you're living under a rock, Disney bought Fox. And with that acquisition of Fox, they now own Hulu. Disney's coming out with the plan where it'll be a bundle plan with ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu for $12.99.
$12.99, yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a good deal to me. I stopped paying for my Hulu because I'm gonna, just get.
Yeah, makes sense.
I could sacrifice How I Met Your Mother for a couple months.
Yeah, dude, that's the only reason why I had it.
Just
too.
YouTube TV.
I have YouTube TV, so that's where I watch it at.
So, and then in November 12th, when it drops, I'm gonna be the first one in line.
There you go, dude.
Waiting
On
for
my
Disney
couch.
Plus.
I'm gonna be in my living room, just like with a tent, just like pretending like it was like an actual product that I could buy at the actual store.
Just waiting out, camping.
Just waiting out camping. Me and my son.
Camp outside
Still
the door,
awake, boy.
Yeah, and then Disney Plus is also going to have the ability to stream four streams simultaneously.
Yeah.
And they're going to give 4K away for free.
Wow.
So there's no upgrade or anything like that. Like Netflix has it. They're just going to be included.
So in 4K, you could just be able to hear Chewbacca, like, crystal clear.
Yeah. So with that, Disney is releasing some new content to be shown on their streaming platform, and they're, in my opinion, they're changing the game, man. Again, and they have these series that I'm just gonna throw some news out there, and then we'll see what you guys are reaction
Real
to.
quick, I believe that the ESPN is ESPN Plus, right?
Yeah.
So you'll get
What's
like
the
some. So the ESPN Plus, it's more like of an insider if you're super into sports. So there's like articles. I mean, if it's full access
shows
to
and
everything,
stuff like that,
so there's talk shows. So like I'm a huge NFL fantasy football player.
Yeah.
So there's like shows geared to kind of giving you the advantage instead of just being a regular member or kind of just going through your fantasy ESPN app. So this is going to give you shows like more insights, kind of like if people are injured, it gives you just like it just gives you a huge advantage. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some UFC on ESPN, so that'll give you access to some sort of like level of pay-per-view. So you'll be able to get some like pay-per-view level fights or actual pay-per-view fights from UFC.
Cool,
so man, that's quite a bundle, man. That's insane.
That's
But
nuts.
I'm going broke for sure. I'm gonna getting that. But what are they releasing?
So we have some news on She-Hulk.
Yes.
Moon Knight, Peggy Carter series.
Mhm.
And then some other shows like Jeff Goldblum show, that's a variety show, and a few other things. Also, aside from Disney Plus, they also announced that Black Panther is also being released on 2022.
Part two.
Yeah,
Black
so
Panther.
that's just a bunch of news that they showed, and we just want to talk to you guys about those. What are your thoughts about all this news coming out?
Peggy Carter, I mean, I'll still watch it no matter. I mean, I'm a fan, so.
Well,
if
the
everything
Peggy Carter series is actually, it's not a series. It's part of the What If.
Oh, it's part of the What If.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only the first, they really, because they released the news that the first episode of the What If TV show is going to be the Peggy Carter episode.
Peggy Carter,
where
gotcha.
she takes the super soldier serum.
That's right.
Instead
You're right.
of
I did
Captain
hear that.
America.
Yeah, so she takes the super soldier serum. So she's
what
gonna
if?
be all
What
yoked.
if that's gonna be nuts, man?
They had a picture. They had a picture of her. Yeah, like all
Oh,
Captain
yoked?
America.
Yeah, we'll show it.
I mean, it was teased that because if you like zoom in on the What If logo itself, that there's like Marvel Zombies back there. So Marvel Zombies might be one.
Right, I heard
of
that the Winter
episodes.
Soldier is gonna have a episode with him against like zombies or something like that.
Oh my god,
So
that
the
is
what if
amazing,
part,
dude.
Mhm.
That is amazing. No, I don't even have the time, or I don't want to bore you with all the details of Marvel Zombies, but it's gonna be awesome.
Really?
I like that She-Hulk.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great series. It's a great run, like a comic run.
Nice.
She-Hulk, I'm super excited about. Like, you know, they just have more than one Hulk in the universe. Heck yeah, let's do it. Which I'm super surprised they did, because I was actually watching not too long ago a video, like I would say about 2 months back, and they were saying how they wanted to include. I think it was just in it was like a pitch meeting that they
the Red
pitched
Hulk.
it. Yeah, the Red Hulk and She-Hulk, even Gray Hulk. Like these are all different variations of Hulk that they wanted to include, but they just couldn't get like you know, they couldn't get to negotiations because who owns
Universal.
Universal owns.
That's what I'm kind of confused on.
Yeah.
They must have did an undercover deal
For
with
sure.
Universal, because that's why we haven't had an Incredible Hulk movie, a sequel, because Disney couldn't come to a negotiation with Universal over distributing standalone Hulk movie.
Yeah.
So how did they do it, and why couldn't they do that with Sony? Just saying.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Ugh,
Maybe because
it's
Universal has less
Yeah.
like success.
I mean, they're worried
versus
about
Sony.
Hobbs and Shaw and Fast and Furious right now. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
care
pretty
about
much.
Hulk. They're
But
like-
as opposed to like Sony has done some palatable, you know, comic book movies, as opposed to Universal. It's like what, just the one first Hulk movie?
two.
They did.
Oh, that's
both of them
right.
are
They
there.
did the first one with what's his name, Eric Bana.
Eric Bana. Eric Bana, and then Edward Norton. Yeah.
Which was great. I love
That's
that
cool.
one.
And Moon Knight, I'm super excited for. Like,
Same.
heck yeah, man.
So let me ask you a question about Moon Knight, because a lot of people online have been like really raving about this guy, and I don't know much about him. Do you guys know?
Yeah, he is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's I believe he's a schizophrenic, correct? Yeah.
he's like a scientist.
Multiple personalities.
He's a superhero. Or he's like more of like a.
He started off
anti-hero?
in the CIA Army, kind of, and then some things started going wrong for him. So he became a mercenary. Started, This is the interesting thing that I'm kind of excited for. Is, my mindset is he became a mercenary, to try to fight like the underground, So will this be a good opportunity for him to go head to head with Ronin? Because that's the kind of people he went after. In the comic books, he went over after
great.
those
Like,
kind of
you can
people. You can go back,
before Endgame.
pre-Endgame, and have Moon Knight and Ronin go head to head.
This is kind of like Baron Zemo, right?
Okay.
It's kind of just like, it's a title that you can pass down, right? Just like they're trying to do with Thor now. It's like more of a title, like, it's not really such as a person. So the Moon Knight, you have so many variations. He debuted in Black Panther, believe it or not. So he's had run-ins with Thor. He's had run-ins with Giant Man, which was Spider-Man.
Is he like superhuman?
He's
like, is he
he's just a super
serum-based?
villain. I mean, yeah, he's. I
his
think
power?
it
Where's
comes
his
with the
power?
powers, right? Like it getting imbued
Moon
with
Knight,
like
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, because I had to read up on it yesterday when I seen the news, and if I'm not mistaken, in the original comic, he got left for dead in Egypt by somebody that was like a friend of his. That's why he turned to like the mercenary kind of thing, because he realized that our government was corrupt.
Yeah.
And so he got left for dead in Egypt, and he came face to face with a deity, like a
Egyptian god.
yeah, Egyptian god. So
Cool.
that's where he got his powers.
What's
It's dope.
Yeah, the dog one. I can't remember his name right
Anubis?
now. Anubis, yeah, Anubis. So actually, I make mistakes. I was looking at Black Knight. Black Knight debuted in Black Panther, but
They're kind of
Moon
the
Knight-
same.
okay.
Yeah, but they're both like
But not
mercenaries.
really,
Yeah,
yeah.
He's more of like an insane mercenary, just gray line. He's kind of like always been like the anti-hero, like another Venom in a sense.
Yeah.
So he's kind of been in the middle, doing his
Gotcha.
own thing. But yeah, he's dope. He's tactical. Like he feels like a kind of like a supervillain answer to like Black Panther. Like it really does. Like he just kind of has like, you know, those ground based, and he has like weapons and stuff like that. So yeah, he's insane though. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I would
really
love
cool.
to see a Black Panther like mesh with something from a Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like bringing that character now that we've been so invested in like a series like that, bringing him into like a big movie like Black Panther. That would be super dope to see a villain's like progression throughout time, and that would be so freaking cool, man. That's what I'm excited about. Black Panther 2022 at like during D23, bringing Brian Coogler back, because in my opinion, Ryan Coogler is the man. He's like literally, he's probably one of my favorite directors right now, like newest directors. Just think about all the things that he's done thus far.
Yeah.
Everything's like just out of the park, man. And so I think Black Panther is so successful because of Ryan Coogler. So I'm super excited about that. That was just a given. Like they had to do a Black Panther. It's just,
I thought it was gonna be earlier, honestly, because I seen the release slate, and there was a, not to be racist, but there was like a release date in February, which is Black History Month. So I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, that was on purpose. That was on purpose. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Black Panther. I was saying it all along, like Black Panther, and it's not. I mean,
it would have been fitting. It's in May now, which is for Marvel. May is like they're like,
month.
hey,
Their
this
month,
is this is Marvel's month, you know. So it says a lot. And dude, Black Panther is one of their most profitable movies ever.
Won them awards and everything. So
their first award, right?
Yeah.
The
It's still my favorite
Costume
Marvel
design.
movie. Just,
Yeah, is it
yeah.
like I have like times where I feel like that, like where it's like one of my favorite ones, like as far as like the artistic side of filmmaking, versus like the comic book side of it. But Black Panther and then Iron Man.
It's just like the world
there.
setting up.
That's what I was gonna say, because I really, really like Thor, not because of the movie, but because of Asgard. And I was super sad in Thor Ragnarok when Asgard was destroyed.
I know,
because I loved that world. When
It's
Thor
so cool.
Ragnarok was first announced, I was so excited to go back to that world, because it's amazing. Like you get there and it's just like, man, this is not Earth, you know, we're somewhere else.
Hopefully,
and it's the same thing that you guys said right now. Like when you go to Wakanda, it's like completely different. You're not segregated, but you're just in this whole new world that came from the mind of, you know, Ryan
and everything
Coogler.
has like its own feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe the guy who is over the rhinos, right? Like he has the rhinos that have blue. Like all their tribe seems to be blue, and then in the main city, it's like they're green, like royal. Then one, like, you know, Okoye and like, you know, like the female guards, like they're all like red and gold. So I love how everything just visually like that.
Yeah,
you know? And what a great
that's
story.
why it won.
Yeah,
you know, for costume design.
definitely.
Oh, really?
Because you know, it was good, really good.
Did it win the Grammy as well?
For the costume design, I believe.
No, Grammy. Like for the soundtrack. Did it win?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
But that was my favorite part of that movie too. Like, was the music.
The music was amazing.
Just wow,
dude.
you know.
Kendrick.
K-Dot.
Did great. Anyway, man. So there was like other stuff that kind of came out, but these are the things that stood out. But the next few things that we're gonna hit on are like big titles, big headlines. So the first one that we're gonna talk about is the Eternals casting. Game of Thrones star Kit Harington joins the cast, and Daniel, why don't you like give us some educate on that one on us for that.
So Kit Harington, he's gonna play the Black Knight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, is the Black Knight going to be a part of the Eternals cast, or is it?
Yeah. He is.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so Black Knight, he's the one that like I said earlier, he debuted in Black Panther. So, you know, just based off of his history alone, he was like an engineer and I think a scientist. And also it's like a generational title, generational power that you can inherit, and it just comes with powers and stuff like that. He also has a lot of run-ins. Like, you know what's funny is I was looking through his history of like, you know, like his comic book history, because I don't know all the comics. So as I was reading it, there's one of the most recent ones is that he actually kidnaps Happy Hogan.
Really?
And like, yeah, like he like tries to like, you know, like get money or just try to fight like Iron Man. So like he's like had run-ins with Thor, Iron Man. He's had run-ins with Black Panther, the Giant Man. Like there's so many good stories that you can tell with him. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm just super excited because, you know, it's like kind of like a B or probably C level comic book character that a lot of people don't know. But anything Marvel does is going to be amazing, dude.
Guardians.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pulling everything out of
true,
everywhere.
Man. I had no idea what Guardians was about.
We all three of us had that conversation.
Yeah.
When we went for whose birthday? We went to PF Chang's.
Oh, my birthday.
Yeah. And then after we went to Denny's and we started talking about, I think Anthony was there too.
Was he?
Yeah. We started talking.
Probably.
This is when the news first came out about Star Wars. We were talking about Star Wars. Then we started talking about Guardians and how John C. Reilly came out. And then we were all talking about it. Crazy, and I think you were skeptical about it. And I told you you were crazy.
Another thing. I had no idea what it was about. I had no idea.
Another thing that I like about Black Knight 2 is, along with Baron Zemo, they let me see what it's called real quick. The League of Supervillains? No, it can't be that. But there's
like some sort of like league team up of villains.
Yeah, it's like a super team up of the villains, and it's basically to counter the Avengers, which is awesome. He's a descendant of like the King Arthur family, like Arthur, like the knight. So yeah, dude, I'm super super excited for this. Dude.
I'm really happy about them releasing the cast in their outfits.
Oh yeah,
D23. I'll show you guys right there. The outfits look amazing, dude. They all look like gods. They really do, like comic gods, and that's all. I mean, you were talking about what's his name?
Oh, the comedian. I forgot what his name.
Yeah, from Stuber, right?
Yeah, the guy Stuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I seen Stuber first. Mm-hmm. And he looks super scrawny in that movie. And I think literally like a week later, they announced that at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He came out on the stage, and I seen him, and I was like, who is this? Whose man's is this? Because he was not Stuber. He was an Eternal now. He was beefed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And someone was just making fun of him. I was watching a movie talk show, and they were like, they were arguing about the casting of Ariel. Like, why would you, cast her as Ariel? And they were talking about like, if it fits the part, if you're Arab, if you're black, you're white, you're Mexican, if you fit the part and your color is not like the biggest part of who you are, then it should. And they made fun of him, and they were like, I would never cast him as Superman. Like, that's just stupid. He wouldn't fit the part. And then, a couple days later, this dude looks like he's been, he
looks like a Superman.
Yeah.
He looks like a Middle Eastern
Now
Superman.
he does. And it's like
I've seen like this really terrible like Bollywood Superman clips before, like funny ones.
Really?
Dude,
I got
terrible, dude. But now that's all I can think about. So.
But it's like, wow, we see so many people. I'm surprised at him. He's who I want to see, and
Angelina Jolie too looks great. She looks like she's gonna be she is the star of that, right? And
they also have two Game of Thrones stars in there. So it's Richard Madden also. So he's also gonna, I think he's playing, if I'm not mistaken, like the main like male role, alongside.
So it'll be Angelina, and then it'll be
Richard Madden. Yeah.
The other guy that looks really good is
they're both sons of Stark.
Atlanta star Brian Tyree.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Man,
you know what, dude? I don't think I've seen him. Like I knew he was cast, and I was like, dude, he's so great. I love his character in Atlanta. But I haven't seen his outfit.
Oh yeah, they have the picture.
I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm really excited about him too.
But we'll just like another testament to Marvel's amazing work that Kevin Feige's doing with the casting people is like that. Whoever's the casting director or the
director
needs a raise.
Dude, every single movie is like it's a home run.
Perfect. I don't ever think I've seen a Marvel movie where someone was miscast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this sets up for? This is a precursor for X-Men, because the Eternals they have the deviant gene. So you have the deviants and the Eternals, and then the deviants, if I'm not mistaken, are continuing to do like human experiments, which the Eternals come from, and they feel like they could be existing this whole time in Marvel canon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of took like this pompous attitude and like, you guys, we're gods, dude. Like we don't need to, you don't need to bother with this. So they actually could be living right now in like a tall mountain or a hidden area, kind of like, you know, Shambhala.
Talked about
but they're like, they could be existing right now. They could have been through, you know, so it's awesome to see because did some of them get snapped if they're still alive? Like, did some of them get snapped?
Dude,
did some of them not? And they still feel, they still feel like they didn't have to really meddle. Like you guys figure that out, right? But like through that deviant gene, also came, you know, the mutant gene. So it's exciting because hopefully it does set up a precursor to that. And
that's cool. Do the Eternals have anything to do with the Phoenix Force?
No,
the Phoenix.
No, it's kind of like its own.
Because I heard that the
Phoenix
Force has been something like it precurses time or something like that.
I mean, so many things, man. So many things. So many different powers out there. But will the Black Knight bend the knee?
I'm excited to see him. I love Kit Harington, dude.
Yeah,
he's awesome,
and it's in his wheelhouse. I mean, he just
it really is
Thrones,
literally.
So now he's switching in one armor for a new one.
Literally a knight.
Yeah.
All right. So the next big piece of news, which is not literally movie related, but well, actually it is. It's another movie related land in Disneyland in California Adventure, which is going to be Avengers Campus.
Woo!
It was unveiled. Superhero lands at Disney parks. So I want to start off with this because one day I was in Disneyland and I was visiting the Tower of Terror became the Guardians of the Galaxy place where they've remodeled it and stuff. And I was walking there with my wife, and I was going through Bugs Land. And for me, I'm sorry, but Bugs Land, it was useless. Like, I just hated that land because I had to go through it, and like a bunch of I'm sorry, I'm not a big kids fan, so I'm sorry. There's a lot of kids, families, strollers, and it was just annoying, you know. But it was the fastest way to get there.
Didn't you kick a kid?
No, I didn't. No, I would never do that.
Didn't they have that little water thing in the middle?
It was, a little water thing.
Didn't you snatch a little kid's like mac and cheese cone?
No, I didn't do that that time. No,
it's like, give me that lightsaber.
Give me that lightsaber. And so as I was walking down to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, I was like, you know what, Liz, man, they should really like just tear down this whole place and like just open up some sort of like Marvel thing. Like, look, they have already Guardians of the Galaxy. Why don't they just build another whole thing for Marvel?
Ish the Prophet.
I'm telling you, dude, they recorded my idea.
They probably did, dude. You should go get
man,
royalties, man.
I'm gonna look into that. And literally, like maybe like 2 months later, they tear down the whole thing. Like they close it down.
Just show it to the HR office,
and then all you could see is Stark Industries.
That's
all you can see.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so later on, some girl from that works in Star Wars, Disneyland, she told me, hey, they just released this announcement, and she shot me a link.
Ooh,
and it was
right in the DM.
Stark Industries, like Marvel Land, pretty much. So, man, I was blown away. I was like, man, I could just ask for anything now. I could just go ahead and ask for a bigger
Hey,
Star Wars
what
land.
other, by the way, just give me this inside scoop. What else are they going to be building there?
For me, this is not like a no.
So you got a woman on the inside. That's what you're saying. You got a man on the inside.
I know somebody.
Come get your mans.
Exactly. I love this idea, man. It looks so good. I mean, you were looking into it more.
Yeah, I seen it. Same thing. I was like, dude, this Bugs Life thing is stupid. You know, it's dumb. It needs to get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
And then the next time I went, there was the walls with the Stark. But this news released yesterday. They did like a overshot view, computer graphic, obviously, but they showed the Pym Tech building is going to be there. They're going to have like a little sanctum kind of corner for the Doctor Strange fans. They're going to have...
that's right, yeah. The Quinjet, like on top.
Yeah, the Quinjet on top of one of the buildings. They're going to have an Avengers landing pad in the middle. That's right. And then they're also going to have a Stark building, but it's going to be Spider-Man based. I think it's called Web. It's called, I don't know what the acronym stands for, but it's going to be there more towards the Cars Land area.
Did they say how many rides are going to be in this?
I honestly do not know.
Okay. I'm guessing, Guardians of the Galaxy ride, right? I'm guessing they're going to add 2 more because it looks like there's a lot of room for that.
I mean, if they put the Quinjet there, I'm sure they're going to do like a Millennium Falcon kind of thing, you know?
Or also maybe since like, Doctor Strange is kind of like, multi-dimensional and crazy visuals. So they might have like a 3D game or
like
something.
A play, like because I've seen it. They're gonna have like the cherry blossom trees and set up. It's gonna look real, Japanese looking, and then they're gonna have like just a door with the sanctum. It's gonna be the sanctum entry.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like a stage. Doctor Strange is gonna be there. They're gonna be performing. You know how when he's learning to become Doctor Strange, he's practicing his art and all that. That's pretty much. Yeah, like the
so is it gonna be something you could walk into, or is it just kind of
it's an area?
It's just an area.
Yeah. So like when you go to Tomorrowland and you have the Star Wars people on top of the platform that they have right there, they teach you how to fight with the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be something like that.
Oh, that would have been cool if it was more something like you walk into. It's like all weird like angles because like you
But all the other buildings, Pimtech and Web, as far as I know, you're gonna be able to go in there.
Oh, that's dope.
The Web building, they revealed like a robot that's gonna be walking around everywhere.
That's that character that's no longer like part of Marvel. Right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to mention his name. The kid.
It's too soon, man. Yeah, the kid.
Black Monkey.
Hey guys, come to this.
Black Monkey.
Come to this guy that we can't mention by name. Come inside of his.
They still own laboratory. That's the crazy thing that sucks. They can mention him, just not in the movies.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I mean, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? But like when I can, I guess I'll just go visit.
Disney
like I still haven't even for real.
Seriously, Disney itself has made me broke. Like last year, man. Like this whole Star Wars Land thing. I dropped a lot.
I'll just feel like I'm there. I'll sit like right in front of my TV, and then when you go and film yourself, like you did with our promo that you can catch on our YouTube channel, Movie Minds.
Check it out. I'll add a link to this.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Ishmael kind of GoPro'd and kind of documented his way through one of the first opening days, right?
Yeah, for the opening weekend.
But you can go now because apparently it's not as busy as they projected it to be.
So I've seen a bunch of videos, nobody there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's not packed out as like the wait time for.
I'm sure it'll get packed out once the ride opens, the Resistance ride.
Yes, that's gonna be
because right now the only ride I've never been there, but the only ride that's open right now is
Falcon.
For sure, Marvel Land will probably definitely be packed out because what I think there's no like quarrels that people have like fan base versus like Star Wars or anything like that. True. So there's a lot more support. There's a lot more excitement. Like anything that Marvel does as far as like
Marvel
comic book
this generation Star Wars.
It really is. Yeah. So it'll definitely be more busier. So it'll.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's very true.
Love it. And I think they're also opening next to the Frozen Theater on the other side. They're having the Captain Marvel base there.
Oh yeah, I think they already have.
They have it, like but they have a jet coming out of it, and then it's covered. So what I heard, somebody that's working there right now, because I used to work for a company that does stuff like that. Okay. So they're actually in there working, building it out. So you're gonna be able to walk in there, meet a meet and greet, but you know how they have the fake characters. So it's gonna be something. So that whole area is getting taken over.
Will there be a Spider-Man there?
There is one.
There is one.
Yeah, there's a fake one there, which looks pretty. I mean, it looks pretty all right, good. Anyway,
I think the suits are going to be on display too.
That makes sense.
Cool. The Spider-Man suits are all going to be on display at
and Iron Man suits. No?
Yeah, and man, that's crazy because in the web building they're going to have a interactive. TV or whatever, where you can zoom in on the Iron Man suits, break it apart, and
like in Homecoming. Far from home. Sorry,
I can't wait to do
that. Cool, so, man. I can't wait to see that. You're actually playing one of the Marvel characters there, right? You're going to be Wolverine, right? Walking around the park.
It does look like it. That'd be good. Can you act? All right, guys. So what we'll do next is we'll talk about the trailers that came out on D23.
Yeah.
The first one, which is a big deal for Disney Plus. And it's going to be available on launch day, is Lady and the Tramp. New animated or live action film is going to be released on day one. And yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think?
I like it, man. It's always been a good feel movie, right? So it's always been one of those happy movies that I liked. That was probably one of my favorite ones, like growing up, over like Little Mermaid and Snow White and all that. That's because who doesn't love dogs? Like, I'm a dog lover. So it looks cool, man. I'm excited for it. It's more content that you can enjoy for nostalgic with your kids. So I'm really excited for it. It was one of my favorite movies. What about you, Jojo?
I wasn't impressed with the trailer, but I still am excited to see the movie. the main thing for me is I'm excited what this movie represents, and it's a change. We're heading into a huge change with streaming, the way that we watch movies. I mean, Netflix did that for us, but Disney's doing it in a bigger way.
Yeah.
Next level.
And I mean, with all the shows that we've been talking about, I mean, WandaVision, Loki, Captain America, or
Winter Soldier,
Falcon. Like, Marvel has said the WandaVision show is going to tie directly into the new Doctor Strange movie that's coming out. So, I mean, the way we watch things, the way that our world is going to change when it comes to Marvel and Disney in general.
Yeah, anything Disney.
Which I have a whole nother theory for a whole nother time, unless you want to hear it now, but about how all those are going to tie into each other and X-Men. I have a theory.
We're talking about Lady and the Tramp, right?
Yeah, no. You went there, but
I mean, that's what we're seeing, like, with the Lady and the Tramp. All those other ones are they're all going to be TV shows.
Right.
Yeah. Lady and the Tramp represents now like a movie that's going to be on Disney Plus. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see it and what it represents.
And
like I said,
I agree. 100% agree with you. I think that the release strategy for Lady and the Tramp is perfect. There is no way that this film would have gotten a million, like 100 million, like on release date. Like, no way possible. But because it's on Disney Plus, there's more an incentive. Like, I could see people going through a few things and then going to Lady and the Tramp and being excited about it. And like, whoa, I would have never paid full ticket price for this, but now I'm gonna watch it. Now, hey, my nieces are over. I'm gonna show her the movie, and it's gonna be rewatchability, dude. I'm telling you. What you said about what it represents,
is very strategic.
Totally true. And we're going to get a lot more films like that. Disney is going to be releasing their things that they're like, we're not going to be 100 million here, but we could keep people's attention. And that's what they're all about. They're fighting for attention.
You think they'd be advertised as Disney originals? I'm just kidding. They're already originals.
They're already originals. Yeah.
That is smart though, man, to release, because so much content. It's like the anticipation already just to have this service, and then now you're like, oh, there's so much more they're gonna release. So yeah, it's
more like of a cherry on top than like the flavor.
It is, and with all the aspects of like how diverse Disney is, I see it super successful because you have the comic book fans, and you're gonna have like the moms who want to, or even the dads that want to like have that nostalgia and kind of like bonding moment to teach, like, I grew up on this. It's just there's so much content for so many, I think, types and interests that people have. So it's gonna be amazing.
I love the animated film, Lady and the Tramp. So cool. I remember in 6th grade watching it when like there was like it was raining days. And so I grew up in New York, so it would rain like every other week or something like that. And so this was one of the films I was like, oh, okay, cool. I really actually do like watching this. I was in 6th grade and I was just enjoying it. But the actual trailer itself, I think it did its purpose. It brought like, bringing the dog animating the dogs. I could tell that the CGI was like there and stuff like that, but I enjoyed it. Like I'm a sucker for like animal dog movies, like Dog's Purpose and all those other things. That's just kind of my guilty pleasure type of deal. I just enjoy them. So because I enjoy Duke. He's here just chilling with us. He's part of the show.
So get the service, have a bowl of spaghetti with your wife, have that kissing moment. Again. Yeah, fall in love again when it releases.
All right. So now the last topic we're going to be talking about on this show, which is the one I'm so excited about talking, is the Mandalorian.
Yes.
Netflix Plus original Star
Disney
Wars. Did I say Netflix? Netflix wish they would be able to get this.
Heck yeah.
Disney Plus's original show, The Mandalorian, the Star Wars' first live-action TV show.
Wow.
Trailer dropped
of many.
of many that are coming up. The Mandalorian dropped. Trailer dropped. What are your thoughts?
Rogue One Part 2. It looked really gritty. It looked
Yeah.
good, man. It was different, but in a familiar way. Like it looked like Star Wars. It felt like Star Wars, but it was different.
Felt new. Or something.
We're going somewhere different, you know.
Yeah.
Even I mean, if you haven't seen the trailer, the part when he pulls him with the string and then
Which
cuts
was my
his head
favorite
off
part,
with the
my
door,
favorite part.
and it's like, dude, we're going somewhere with this.
Yeah, this is
And-
not for kids for sure.
No, yeah, for sure. But even if I didn't see the trailer, I still am excited for this
Yeah.
because I trust everything that John Favreau is doing.
Yes,
That guy can do no wrong in my eyes at all anymore until
Totally.
he does something wrong.
Like he has to fail 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
so I could give up on him.
And I doubt it's gonna happen.
It's not.
And I
Yeah.
forgive him for Lion King. That's fine. Just kidding.
like it wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
I thought it was anticlimactic, but that's
Yeah.
different.
I feel like the first 5 seconds of the trailer alone kind of gives you already a feel of like, okay, this is what it's going to be about. Like, you know, you see like the stormtrooper helmets like on spikes. That is so amazing. I'm super surprised how gritty it's going to be for this streaming service when, I mean, they're kind of like they're pushing a lot of like the family friendly content, and that's what Disney wants to do. That's why there might not be any Deadpool stuff on there because it looks
Right.
really family oriented.
I
But
think all the Fox things are going to go to Hulu.
oh, that's true. Yes, that's right. So, which I'm surprised this is going to be on Disney Plus. So, it looks amazing, man. Like it's exactly like Joe said. It felt new, but it felt Star Warsy, and it felt different. I'm excited for that because I'm not a fan of just like only just idolizing, you know, just the Jedis and the Siths, because there's so many other good. Man, is it
K2SO?
K2SO where he's just like spinning around with a lightsaber?
Oh no,
Or what was
that's
that?
an IG-88
IG-88
droid
Yeah.
version. It's not IG-88 because
Oh,
that's
okay.
when Empire Strikes Back, but he's a different version.
See the trailer, you guys. It's so
that's
good.
that was my
part-
second favorite part.
That
where
part
he, like,
was
spins
dope.
around.
He's like,
He's a killing bot. He's a killing droid.
Yeah, so I like it. I like that we're
Murder
gonna
droid.
go there. Like we're finally gonna go there. It feels like okay, we're really opening up we're really like opening up the lens, or really getting into like what Star Wars kind
World
of is.
building.
Yeah, world building. Not only that, it feels realistic now. Like hey, hypothetically in a real world, if we lived here, okay, these like lights, these are laser guns.
Yeah.
They're gonna melt right through your freaking chest. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These are like
Yeah.
weapons and all. Like these are gonna murk people. So to really open up, to pull back that veil and really like show like, hey, dude, stormtroopers die. Like they don't just like get a lightsaber.
They'll get hit in the head.
They don't just
drop.
get like a lightsaber deflected to them, like, and you just see a burn mark on like the chest plate. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
So
dude.
this is gonna be awesome. I'm glad we're freaking gonna go there, and yeah, I'm super excited for it. Just the feel of it alone, man. Just I love this. Like, let's make other characters good because there's so many good characters.
Yeah.
There's so many good lore. Like in the Star Wars lore, there's so many great characters and just types of people and races or whatever. Like you know what I mean that are awesome beyond just the Jedi and Sith. So I don't know. I can keep going, but yeah,
No, for
I
sure.
digress.
Like, if you ask people what their favorite characters in Star Wars lore, most people will say, "Oh, I love I love Darth Vader." You know what I mean? And then the second one is always Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, bro. That's my
People
favorite.
love Boba Fett, and my wife is she loves Boba Fett more than anything else in Star Wars.
He's coming out, bro. He's making it out of the Scarlax.
Yeah, hopefully. yeah. The fact that they're focusing on the bounty hunter world and lore of the Star Wars universe is just, it's mind blowing to me, man. Like I can't believe that this is happening. I seriously, I still don't believe it's happening, and it's surreal. And the possibilities of this bounty hunter being able to just touch every area of the world is what I'm excited about. Because bounty hunters do their bounty hunter thing and they go out and kill people and they get a bounty and they get that's pretty much the wrap, right?
Yeah.
Well, this show takes place 5 years after the return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay,
so
that's
the
where it's at.
Empire's away. So whatever you saw, the stormtroopers
Diminished.
and death troopers and all these stuff, dude, that's them being alone. They have no communication with Star Destroyers or anything like
that's
that.
awesome.
All their Star Destroyers by this time are done. Like they're all gone. They left. And so all these people are surviving. So the Empire is a surviving, like dying entity in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So now you have bounty hunters that are like, now this is my chance. No one's ruling the Republic that just took over. They have no idea what they're doing. So now it's an outlaw world. So now really what's
Lawless.
lawless world. What's prevailing right now? bounty hunters
Yeah.
and people that just don't give a f about stuff.
I mean, that's what
Awesome.
when we meet Chewie and Han Solo, right? That's what they kind of been doing.
Yeah,
is,
that's what
is
they've been
bounty
doing.
stuff and just space
but
pirates.
if you see Solo, it's like down like on a DL, right? They can't really do much.
Well, yeah.
As a matter of fact, Solo joins the Empire, right?
Yeah,
because he
it's true.
can't do anything else, right? So now this is the time where like I'm telling you, all those Death Troopers that were like super like scary in Rogue One, dude, those guys are gonna die in that scene. I'm telling you right now, like because they're super powerful, whatever. But I'm telling you, like this is about bounty hunters and just they're owning people. Even
when I said my last statement was like when we met Han Solo and Chewie again, I should have said in The Force Awakens. Right, like they were met, like that's what they've been doing. They're kind of been. That's why like Ben Solo has resentment because he's like, dude, you've been away, like you haven't been in my life. You've been doing your own thing, doing bounties. So that could be like that's cool. That's cool that they're setting that up.
So
I like that.
With the bounty hunters touching every single area of Star Wars universe, so they're going to be touching on the Empire side, right? Like what's happening with the Empire. That's probably going to be season 1, but Jon Favreau is already writing season 2.
Yeah,
wow.
And so now he's going to be in production right after, right? And so I'm guessing he's going to go into a lore of like there's so many other things. Like there's going to be like the crime syndicate where like Darth Maul and Solo was all about.
Crimson
they could go
Red,
into
is
that Crimson Dawn.
Yeah,
Right.
Crimson, I think so.
I think so. I'm
Crimson
sorry.
Dawn.
This is a crime syndicate, and so they go into that. They could touch on that and make a whole series about a whole season about that, and then eventually they could get into like the whole Jedi lore as well. They could. Why not bring in a younger version of young Luke? You know what I mean? Like
Sebastian
Stan, exactly.
Ooh,
which looks like Luke when he was younger. He really does,
dude. He really does.
You could bring Princess Leia, recast her, and
Well, the
and have,
timeline
like,
wouldn't work,
just a
right?
little
Because
bit-
this is right after Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, yeah, he's around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, he's still young, relatively.
There's
yeah,
so
you're
many.
right. My
There's
bad.
like even bring up Snoke and like have like hear little sprinkles of Snoke around.
So
you know what I mean?
Seeing
Dude,
how
can
Marvel
do
is
this.
gonna try to tie in their series into like their big cinema, you think we might get that from Star Wars? I don't see why not.
If this show becomes like the next Game of Thrones, which I think it will become, because it's 2 months away, right? 2-3 months away, dude. There's a total possibility of this taking over everything. Really,
I'm saying like characters crossing over. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. So if that becomes
with
that
characters
level,
we already know.
why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Because the new trilogy that's coming out has nothing to do with anything
Right.
we know.
It's
so.
a different time, different location, and
But I get what you're saying. Like it'll tie in.
with the
I mean,
past
like
films,
last week's episode, we talked about the Ben Kenobi series,
right?
So
Which is official now. With
Yeah.
last week, it was kind of a rumor that was been
Was it Rebels
around?
where Obi-Wan fought with Maul?
Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to see like a live action?
I want.
Heck yes.
I want to see. Yes, I want to see that fight
Heck yeah.
happen.
Because I keep hearing people say, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Or what are we going to get? What are we going to get? I want to see a live action version of Darth Maul with some spider legs fighting.
You know what I really
Obi-Wan.
want to see? I want to see Darth Maul and Darth Vader fight.
Oh my god,
That's what I want to see, and that's literally something possible because in Rebels,
Anthony's losing his stuff
Maul-
behind the scenes.
Yeah, you guys should see Anthony's face right now. Maul talks about, he references Vader like, oh no, there's something way worse than death, and he's comparing death to Darth Vader, to like facing Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Dude, when I listened to that phrase, I was like, oh my gosh, has he met Darth Vader before? And yep, it's for sure a possibility.
Well, Rebels has teased that a little bit, right? Didn't they kind of fight in that temple when Ezra was
Exactly,
about to
that's
get
what
the-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Darth Vader shows up there later on in that fight, but Darth Maul leaves.
He bounced. He's like, I'm out.
He literally says that. He's like, okay, it's time to go. There's
He
things
feels them coming.
worse than death.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Dude.
Dude, Vader shows up on the scene like a boss.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, that's so
And
good,
he's like,
guys.
peace.
Yeah. So I want to see that, and then why not? Ben Kenobi could be like at the edge of that event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just showing up. I don't know. It's a little far fetched, but I think it's possible.
And learning. Obi-Wan was set with the task at the end of episode 3 to learn how to use the Force and communicate,
Dude, that's such a good point, dude. Why not show his
Yeah.
whole trial of learning how to Force Ghost? Because that's a thing that Jedi have to do. They're not just born with that ability.
You have to learn.
You have to learn it. So that's a great one. That'd be awesome. So all of this
there's
stuff,
stories to tell. I mean,
Yeah, it definitely is.
you can get into that and show him alone, because he is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start that show off with him by himself,
Right.
like kind of like how, I don't know if you guys ever seen, but like Samurai Jack, like some of the times when he was just by himself.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, I
like,
love that. I love
real
that.
like
Cartoon.
tranquil and just walking.
Yeah,
Just doing the
that's
thing.
gonna be Obi, the Obi series, dude. Seriously.
But I would like to see that because it's like.
So one of the things I want to let you guys know that that this Mandalorian series is going to be released on a weekly basis, so it's not going to be bingeable. What do you guys think about that? How do you feel about that?
I love it.
Yeah. Why? Because right now it's
Keeping
kinda
it
like
relevant.
Yep.
That's what's wrong with Netflix is they're irrelevant after the first couple days.
Mm.
Everybody
Very
watched
true.
Stranger Things within the first
First
days.
12 hours.
Yeah.
It's like now nobody's talking about it or it's
Mhm.
done.
I totally agree.
All the shows.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is. It's done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with Disney doing this, I don't really think that they need to try to keep themselves relevant. Far from that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's going to keep people talking Mandalorian.
That's what happened with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was a weekly release, and we even had a moment because I came to the Game of Thrones train late, like literally late. Like I almost missed
At
it.
the last stop.
At the last stop. Like I was like, okay,
I still
let me
haven't
jump
watched it.
on. And
Like, he was running along. I'm
You
like,
haven't
get in,
watched
bro.
It's really good, dude. I mean,
It picks up.
I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones, and I was like,
you have to give it a season.
"This is a TV show."
No.
No. Not that I thought it was bad,
Oh,
but
okay.
like the
Your sister
quality of
couldn't get
it.
you into
Oh
it?
yeah, for sure.
She keeps trying to. She wants to rewatch all Game of Thrones, and she's like, "Please watch it." With
Yeah, I
me."
think I'm gonna do it, to be honest with you,
And
because
I'm
I really
like,
liked it a lot.
I'll wait.
Even the last season, they get a lot of crap for it, but I loved the last season. But what was I saying is that like Game of Thrones became relevant on a weekly basis. Like it was like a cycle of like Sunday night. It was a big thing. We had like a Game of Thrones night going on, and then Monday and Tuesday was like still news and like reviews and stuff like that. Which I can't wait to do that with you guys. Mandalorian on a weekly basis, man. Oh, so cool. I love that. What are your thoughts on that?
I like the approach. The fanboy in you wants to be able to binge it all if it's released as an entire season, but you do gotta appreciate what it can kind of set up for, like on a weekly basis. Like I remember being a part of like think about what you're going to be able to do, I should say, right? Like I went to season premieres, like season premiere parties for like, season 7 Game of Thrones, season 6 Game of Thrones, So I remember going to some of those and it's a good night. I mean, how many times we went over like, with
we got to have a party.
Yeah.
We have to have a party for Mandalorian.
We will. We might stream it live too if you guys want to. Like,
that'd be cool. Our
fun.
reaction?
Yeah. Like watch it live. We can't show it because of copyright reasons. You could just watch us watching it if you're that bored. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's gonna be fun like that. You're gonna have like friends and family that you're gonna be able to gather around. Like you're gonna be able to call friends over, dude, come over for the episode this week. Which exactly what we did, with Game of Thrones, right? We had friends call us up even the day of, like, hey, it's in a couple hours. You want to come over and watch it? And me and my wife would just look at each other like, sure, I'll go watch it with other friends, like, So it's gonna.
What's your day though?
It was. No.
What do you think? What day do you think Star Wars is gonna release
Sunday.
the Mandalorian?
It has to.
It's got to be Sunday.
They're gonna take that. Right?
They got to take Game of Thrones. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
Because especially with Game of Thrones
That's the
producing.
only show.
I mean, that's what
prequel?
I would have said too. But I'm like, I'm thinking about it like that's the day. That's the only day you can release it.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, literally, they could really release it any day,
and everybody would watch it.
Yeah, like I will make
But Sunday
time.
is the more realistic day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're winding down from the week. You want to watch something good right
Everybody
before bed.
can hang out.
You know,
Yeah,
so right
everyone's-
before the work
Yep.
week.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll be excited going into the work week. Like, oh, that episode was amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So, yeah, hopefully.
All right, guys. So we'll wrap it up. It was a little bit longer, but we'll do some timestamps in the bottom so you guys could jump to like topics that you would like. But yeah. All right. So where can we follow you, Daniel?
You can follow me at Daniel D. Minor on Instagram. And what about you, Joe?
You guys can follow me at that Cali Kid Joe on Instagram.
Yep. Follow me because he posts a lot of like
J.O. Joe.
movie reviews, thoughts, and stuff like that. Really
Yeah.
cool content.
Yep.
Yep.
And then also I do have a movie page at that Kelly Kids Movie Talk. It's currently inactive because I'm trying to upgrade the quality of what I'm putting out.
That's cool.
You know, so you can follow it if you want.
You just let it know. You let us know when it's up and running,
So
and then we can link you.
Yeah.
Yep. That'd be great, man.
Let us know if
I'm
you liked
excited for you,
JoJo on the show. We could have him back.
Yeah.
If not, sorry.
Or just like this video to show.
You're not watching double right
Yeah,
now. This
put
is
a
me.
thumbs
That's
down if
him,
you don't like
okay?
the mirror right here.
All right, bros. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay movie minded. Peace.